What's up everyone? Tedrick85 here. I've been wanting to make this video for a couple days now, but things kinda came up. So, for this video, not only am I going to talk about the women's World Cup victory over Colombia the other day, but I also want to give a preview of their quarterfinal game against China tomorrow night. And first I'm going to talk about the Colombia game, and there were some positives about this. Most important one to speak up off the bat is that they did manage to get a clean sheet and win 2-0 against Colombia. They're now undefeated in 3 all-time matches against them, where they won the previous 2 3-0. And another positive you can take out of this is that Alex Morgan looks like she's starting to get her scoring touch again, and that's going to be important for this team to get over the whatever Schneider and on offense and that. And another one that scored in that game was Carly Lloyd, which in every game that they played against Colombia, they managed to score. She has managed to score against them. So, but yeah, that's really encouraging. In that now, some of the other talking points, which isn't so good, and starting off with Abby Wambach missing that penalty in the first half, and it was nice seeing her score against Nigeria and that, but seeing her struggle once again to put away that penalty is a cause for concern, given that she is a veteran player. And one could argue that she could have done a better job taking that penalty, but you know what? I don't care who you are, I don't care what striker you talk about, everybody has a cold streak, and Abby Wambach is one of those that has a cold streak right now, and hopefully she'll be able to snap out of that soon in the quarterfinal match. And I know it's her not being a capacity is certainly not helping, and another thing that certainly will not be helping, certainly will not help, especially in the quarterfinal match tomorrow night, is that Megan Rapinoe and Lauren Holiday will be suspended for that game for accumulating their second yellow cards at the tournament. And that is going to be a huge loss. And yeah, I know I've said this in an earlier video, but not only do I think Megan Rapinoe is the MVP of the U.S. team, but I think she's been an MVP of the tournament so far. I mean, she's done everything and then some to help this team in that, and for her not to be in the lineup against China is going to be a huge hole to fill on the bench for this team in midfield, and as well as the attack. And Lauren Holiday is another one of those players that just seem to do all the little things that this team requires to win, and her presence will certainly be missed as well, and certainly going to give an opportunity for other players. And that I know there's players on the bench like Tobin Keith and Kristen Press that's going to be able to come out in that, but whether they're able to exactly fill their shoes in that is going to be determined in that. So it's definitely going to be more of a challenge for them in that, especially since there's big question marks on the attack as it is. I know I sound like a broken record when it comes to that, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be. And with the question mark on attack, it's certainly going to be called upon to a defense once again, which they've been stellar. I mean, the back four is getting more comfortable as they play, and Hope Solo looks as good as she's been looking in that. But having said that, you know, defense may win champions, but a little offense helps too. And of course, the saying goes, you can't win unless you score goals, and that's certainly something that's this team's going to have to look ahead to as they take on China. And speaking of China, which is going to be the quarterfinal opponents, this is going to be a rematch of the 1999 World Cup final, where the U.S. famously won 5-4 in penalties to that famous Brandi Chastain penalty kick that she scored in that. But needless to say, a lot has changed in the 16 years that has transpired since then. And China's certainly not a team that the U.S. can afford to look past. I mean, one could argue that China's not really that deep of a team comparison to the U.S. I know that in the last game they scored early on, but managed to cling on to a 1-0 victory. But having said that, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how their depth compares against the U.S. depth, which they're going to have to fill in the 2 holes that Rapinoe and Holiday are leaving behind due to suspension and that. But yeah, historically, this has been a team that the U.S. has never lost to, and they've played 24 previous meetings against China. They've won 20 and drew 4, and I'll tell you what, it's really gonna suck if they go this far in the tournament and here they end up losing to a team like China, which they've never lost to before, and clinching a spot in the quarterfinals. The U.S. joins Germany as the only two teams to clinch at least a quarterfinal appearance in every single World Cup appearance that they've appeared in, as well as every single World Cup period. And U.S. also has a record at state of reaching at least the semifinals in every single one of the appearances. And in order for them to reach the quarterfinals again, they're gonna have to get past China. Like I said before, it's not gonna be an easy task. And let's just say, even if they do beat China, which by all rates they should, the path is not going to get easier. It's the semifinals. If they make it past that far, they're either going to play either Germany or France, which both those teams right now are hitting their groove. Especially Germany. I know they made short work of Sweden in the round of 16 match, and this is a team I feel is only going to get better. And I honestly think Germany is the favorites in this tournament right now. They're ranked 1 in the FIFA rankings, and U.S. is number 2. And that's not saying I don't think the U.S. is going to win the World Cup. I still think that this team could win the World Cup, but if they keep playing like they have, especially during the group stage and against Colombia, I don't think they're going to do it unless they improve in that. And the road's just going to get tougher in that. And even if they play against France, France is a good team, even though they had that slip up against Colombia and that. So the road's just going to get tougher in this team. It's just that big question mark of the attack needs to be removed and that their offense needs to start clicking. Or for a team that's historically known to put up big numbers in that, this is kind of like an adjustment in that to anybody that's been following American women's soccer for a lot of years and that. So hopefully they're able to right this ship. I know I've said that before, but hopefully they're able to get their gear together against China. It's another one of those teams that they need to put away convincingly in order to get people to believe that this is a team that's capable of winning the World Cup and that. And hopefully you get other players in that stepping up. Hopefully Abby Wambach will be able to find her scoring touch again. Alex Morgan looks like she's starting to score goals again. They got depth in striking position as well as midfield and that, and hopefully their defense will be able to hold up and not buckle in that. And yeah, I'm expecting them to win tomorrow night, but it's certainly not going to be easy in that, and hopefully they'll be able to pull it off. But yeah, that's pretty much it I have to say, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. If you have any kind of comment, please feel free to leave a comment below or leave a video response, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys again next time.